Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the On the Go Post Show with always varying members of your Go Morning Show team. I'm Danielle Wiggins with Maureen Kyle and Jasmine Monroe. Dave Chudowski will be joining us in just a minute. And of course, as always, you can post your name in the comments section. This is airing live on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're watching live, again, continue to interact with us. If you're watching this video later on in the day or on another day, feel free to comment as well. We do check the comments, and we love to include you in this conversation. Well, today what we are talking about is another group of people, so multiple groups of people actually are eligible in Ohio for the vaccine. And then, we had a tweet from a congressman asking, hey, we have Mississippi opening, Texas reopening, getting rid of their mask mandate. What about Ohio? So the answer to that, we have that, Jasmine, coming up. So again, all of your perspectives on the stories, go ahead and put them in the comment section. But we start with who's eligible right now, starting today, to get the vaccine here in Ohio. Mo, you have that list.
Yeah, I do have that list. I mean, this is the 60 and older group. This is Group 1C, but it also includes a list of pre-existing conditions that you might be eligible for. And those are type 1 diabetes, pregnant women, bone marrow recipients, and people with ALS. And then we have a set of career fields that are now eligible in Group 1C, and that is state and federal law enforcement officers, corrections officers, child care workers, which was a big issue and debate, as you remember in the past, and funeral services. All of those people are now eligible. And I don't know, I bring up childcare workers just because you might remember that teachers were Group 1B, and a lot of childcare workers were saying, hey, we should be in that. And that's a lot of preschool too.
Yeah.
So they are now eligible to get their vaccine.
So yeah, another group or multiple groups open to get the vaccine. But here's the thing, a lot of people are saying, I'm hearing on social media, even when I'm out and about, it's so hard to get a vaccine, it's so hard to register. So remember, that tip is don't just stick with your healthcare provider. Make sure you register multiple places. And then once you get your vaccine or you get that appointment, if that's what you would like to do, you want to get the vaccine, make sure you cancel with everyone else. But don't just wait. I know my mother-in-law who is actually getting her vaccine today, she was eligible a while ago, but had a hard time. She just registered with her medical insurance, or the people that her providers, and they couldn't get her in. And so everyone said, you got to register with multiple people.
Yeah, it is.
And that finally worked for her. But I see you all coming on today. Well, good morning, Thelma. And Bob, he is joining from London. I tell you, we are going global.
Oh, hey.
Yes. So good morning to you, Bob. And Joe, he has this. So this really goes into what you are about to talk about, Jasmine. Joe says, open the state, no more mask. I don't think that's going to happen right now. So
Joe?
Yes, Joe. He says open the state, no more mask. And we had a number of people yesterday also applauding Texas and Mississippi for their dropping their mask mandates and a lot of their restrictions. And then we also had people on the other side that said, wait, it's too early. And like we said, we have the congressman Jim Jordan, who says, Texas did it, Mississippi did it. Why can't Ohio? Jasmine, you were on that story all morning.
Yeah, so here's the thing. When you look at Texas and Mississippi, their numbers are dropping. So they're following their own guidelines. They're doing their own thing. So when you look at Ohio, we did drop something. We dropped the curfew. So we're allowing more people to go inside of restaurants. I don't think, or the curfew, we're not at 50% capacity, but it's a start. Before it was a curfew. You had to leave at a certain time. Now you can go get food at any time that you possibly can when these restaurants are open. The fact of the matter is Ohio is just not there yet. Governor Mike DeWine has pretty much explained to us to tell us to be patient, because he knows exactly how hard this is on restaurants and businesses and families who are trying to raise kids and go to work at home. It's a lot, but the fact of the matter is we can't do it right now because there are variants out there that are much more worse than COVID-19 this time last year. So if we end up taking our mask off and jumping the gun too soon, we will be finding ourselves in a way worse position than we already were. And I don't think anyone wants to do that. So he's just telling us to be patient, follow these guidelines. A mask is the only thing right now. Well, not the only thing. Of course, we have our vaccine, but only 7% of Ohioans are vaccinated. That's not enough to take these masks off. Once we get vaccinated, we're going to start talking about, mass vaccinations. Maybe it'll come then. But for the most part, just pump your brakes with the mask. We are not Texas. We are not Mississippi. People were saying, well, Florida never even had to wear masks. Certain counties in Florida did have to wear masks, not the entire state. There wasn't a state mandate, but they went by their certain guidelines. Our state goes by our certain guidelines too. So just be patient.
Dave, welcome to the conversation. He's going to be talking about the sports awards. And Jasmine, thank you for that. Doing a great job covering this morning. And she kind of echoes that. I have someone, Nicolette, good morning. Thanks for joining us today. She says, no dropping the mandates. It's too irresponsible right now. She says, follow the health advice of the experts. And Laura Queso really talked to some experts yesterday. And really, just as you said, Jasmine, and people are really concerned about the variants and then trying to get us to that herd immunity. And then only 7% of Ohioans have vaccinations. And so we're just not there yet. But the governor, he has his press conference today, and he's expected to address that mask mandate. So we continue with this, and anyone else on that? I need some time to really check what you guys are saying. And James, he says, not yet, too soon as well. So you can continue to chime in on the mask mandates and then the eligibility for those people who are now open to get the vaccine. And Mo, for those people who are just joining us right now, can you run through that list one more time?
I want to make sure it's the group 1C. It's oh shoot.
It's okay. If I put you on, I'm sorry. No, if I don't.
No, it's 60 and older.
Diabetes,
ALS,
bone marrow transplant.
It's cops. All of our cops.
Like corrections officers, state, federal, childcare workers,
and funeral
services.
That's it. Pop quiz, we won.
Please.
We won.
Team.
I hope somebody else finds me in the grocery store today and is like, quick, who's eligible today?
I'm so sorry, Mo.
No, it's okay. Danielle, you just caught me. I was just relaxing, having my coffee. I'm like, I went through the list.
Wait a minute. I didn't already talk about this. I didn't get it to you.
That would be in the plant-based section.
Who's in group 1C? Who's in the
Who's in group 1A?
Pop quizzes from now on the go. Okay.
I'm gonna chug this coffee. I'm gonna let everybody else talk now that I've been pop quiz.
Who's gonna be at the sports award tonight? We need to know.
Ready, Dave? Quick.
All right, let's do this. Yes, it is the Greater Cleveland Sports Awards tonight. Now, this is always a huge event every year, and usually it's in person, right? The who's who of sporting athletes and people that cover the sports. And I mean, it's usually a big deal. And it still is tonight. It just has to be done in a different way, like everything right now, right? So this is the 21st Greater Cleveland Sports Awards. You're going to have 17 athletes to be recognized, Browns, Cavs, Indians players among the finalists. I'll talk about that in a moment. But here's what's exciting is you can watch it right here on WKYC Channel 3. I say right here. We're not on Channel 3 right now, but will it be streaming? I'm assuming it would be. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be hosted by Jay Crawford, okay, with interviews from our very own Jim Donovan, presentations and interviews from Jim. And we just announced this morning that the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission revealed that Cavs star Kevin Love will receive the Humanitarian of the Year award for his work helping people live their healthiest mentally and physically. So we're excited about that. And also we're going to find out that the commission is going to announce more events coming to Cleveland. I mean, you think about what the commission has brought to this city with the NFL draft, the NBA All-Star game coming. We just had the Major League baseball all-star game, the women's NCAA tournament, much more. I don't want to leave anything out, but we're excited about all that to come. So some of the awards you're going to have tonight, I'm not going to run through all the names, but you're going to have the male high school athlete of the year, the female high school athlete of the year, the male collegiate athlete of the year, the female collegiate athlete of the year, and the professional athlete of the year. And that's the only one I'm going to go through all the contestants. The professional athlete of the year is Shane Bieber, Myles Garrett, and Colin Sexton. So my gut tells me it's going to be Bieber. I mean, when you're the Cy Young Award winner, that would be my guess, but we'll see if Garrett or Sexton can get it. So there you go. That's a run through of what you're looking at. And again, Jay Crawford, Jim Donovan, and it's on Channel 3 tonight at 7.
Okay, so for everyone in the comment section, I'm going to give you pop quizzes. So Dave, can you run through those 3 who are up for the list? I want everyone in the who's watching right now to put who they think is going to win, and we'll check in tomorrow to see who is correct. So who is it?
Yeah. So that's the professional athlete of the year. Again, there's a bunch of other categories, but we don't have time to go through them all. I just did the professional athlete of the year. So anyone upset that I didn't name them all, I'm sorry. Time constraints here. Professional athlete of the year, Shane Bieber, Myles Garrett, Colin Sexton. So there you go.
Are you surprised Baker Mayfield isn't on that list?
He's not done anything explosive.
Well,
Yes. I'm not saying
like he has, he's been a great quarterback. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying like Myles Garrett, what was it, the water boy thing that he did this year?
Yeah, over in Africa. Yeah.
I wasn't saying it like that.
Yeah.
But that's
Jeez, Jasmine.
I gotta figure out the criteria.
Did we go to the Super Bowl?
Humanitarian award, though. I mean,
Did we
Kevin
go
Love
to
is
the
getting
Super Bowl? Sorry, Baker.
Well, I mean, Garrett, the one thing about him is after he got COVID, he missed some time with COVID, and then he didn't play as well towards the end of the year. You can't blame him for that, though. Baker started slow, finished strong. I don't know. I could see it going either way. I mean, if Chubb doesn't get hurt, it could have been him. So
true. Okay, well, Philip, he says Myles Garrett. That's his vote.
See? Jesus Christ.
So continue to chime in the comment section. We love to hear. We're just on another level this morning. I think we're all on our little sleep
we're all on the
deprivation,
Thursday
we're all
break.
laughing and having
We're
a
done
good
for the week.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of On the Go. You will see Maureen. And Jasmine giving us a good look at First Energy Stadium there. So let's
home of Baker
Garrett.
Mayfield and Progressive.
You're trying to clean it up now, Jasmine. I love it.
The biggest Browns fan in Cleveland, Jasmine Monroe.
You know
right back, everybody.
Love it.
All right.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow.